Welcome to the Palm Beach Kennel Club on this beautiful Friday afternoon. I hope everybody had a great holiday. Now we're back in action to find our top youngster in the $20,000 Dick Andrews Futurity. Now let's meet the field. Number 1 is KB Star Force, running for the Keystone Kennel, owned by Kenneth Beal and trained by Lazaro Mendez. Most starts any greyhound in the field in a great post position. Celebrated her second birthday yesterday, and what a present it would be to get the lead and a huge win in this one for the Keystone Racing Kennel. I wouldn't bet against her, the 1, KB Star Force. Number 2, C to C, running for Royal Racing, owned by B. Sidhu or E. Drew and trained by Christian Briones. C to C is in a great post position. He is a great breaker with lots of early speed and the oldest greyhound in the field. But in this one, sitting right next to O.J. Kellen, who's another good breaker and early speedster. And with some of the big closing dogs in this race, including Yahoo Omar, C2C needs to get a nice big early lead. And if he can do so, can pull off a huge win for the Royal Racing team. The early speedster, the 2, C2C. Number 3 is O.J. Kellen, running for the True Paws Kennel, owned by R.J. Sacker, D. Figuerilli, and trained by Ken Farver. The second leading point scorer, another great breaker with some fantastic early speed. Definitely needs a big lead in this one and needs to break great because of C2C and Omar sitting right on each side of him. But if O.J. Kellen can get that nice early lead like he did in his last couple starts, he has a chance if there's trouble behind him of pulling a big win out for the True Paws Kennel. Don't bet against the early speed in the 3 box, O.J. Kellen. Number 4, Yahoo Omar, running for the Raider Race, owned by Robert Litke and Norm Raider, and trained by Young Raider. The leading point scorer and the definite favorite in this one is the 4, Yahoo Omar. He can run out of any post position. He holds the fastest time of the season, which he set in the first round of qualifying with a blistering 29:27. And folks, Omar right now is running with a vengeance. He doesn't care about trouble. He will run through it if he has to. Yahoo Omar is one of the strongest runners right now of any dog at the Palm Beach Kennel Club. And the definite favorite and the one to beat is the 4, Yahoo Omar. Number 5, KB's Retooled, running for Keystone Racing, owned by Brian Lewis and trained by Lazaro Mendez. The youngest greyhound in the field and definitely one of the long shots, is the only bona fide closer in the race, KB's Retooled. Not that great of a post position, but for his running style, he'll definitely need some trouble in the first turn and be able to weave his way through for a huge long shot win for the Keystone Racing Kennel. It's the 5, KB's Retooled. Number 6 is Yahoo Maddox, running for Raider Racing, owned by Robert L. Litke and Norm Raider, and trained by Young Raider. Another one of the favorites in this one, and a strong grade A performer. I sure wouldn't count him out of this one out of any post position. Him and his kennel mates, Omar and Purdy Lady, are trying to win this race for the 4th time in a row for the Raider Racing Kennel. And like I said before, folks, him and Omar are the top 2 to beat in this one. Watch out for the 6. It's Yahoo Maddox. Number 7, WTD Maribel, running for the William T. Davidson Kennel, owned by Daddy Bill Davidson and trained by Carolyn Armstrong. The definite long shot in this one, and another one of the only closers in the field, is the 7, WTD Maribel. She would have much rather had an inside post of this one, though. She's not going to break that well, folks, and doesn't have a huge rush, though sometimes she does rush to the first turn. What she'll be waiting for is a little bit of trouble in front of her and be able to weave her way through for a huge long shot win. And don't count out the Bill Davidson Kennel. He won this race back in 2002 with Jawa Lori and 2003 with the great Jawa Dog Track Mike. Watch out for the long shot, the 7, WTD Maribel. And rounding out the field at number 8 is Nitro Purdy Lady, running for the Raider Racing Kennel, owned by Alan Piper and trained by Young Raider. She has the least amount of starts of anybody in the field, but in a great pulse position, sitting next to a non-rusher in WTD Maribel, and she should definitely have the early room she needs to rush up and get the lead. It is in great position to pull off a big win, and in her career of only 9 career starts, she has yet to finish out of the superfecta, always in the money. And I hope she'll be on your ticket this race, the 8 Nitro Purdy Lady. There you have it, folks. 8 of the fastest young greyhounds Palm Beach has to offer. Going to post in the final in the $20,000 Dick Andrews Futurity right here at the Palm Beach Kennel Club. And of course, best of luck to all the greyhounds and all their connections in this big race number 12. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I direct your attention to the TV monitors and to the finish line. Let's meet the 8 fantastic youngsters competing in the $20,000 Dick Andrews Futurity. Your patrol judge, Andy Legary. Number 1 being led out by Nikki Norton is KB Star Force. Running for Keystone Racing, owned by Kenneth Beal. Trained by Lazaro Mendez, weighing 60 1/2. 2 being led out by Marquise Philemon is C2C, running for Royal Racing, owned by Bobby Sidhu and E. Drew, and trained by Christian Briones, weighing 76 pounds. Leading out number 3 is Brittany Jones. O.J. Kellen is the 3, running for True Paws, owned by R.J. Sacker, D. Figuerilli, and trained by Ken Farber, weighing 78 1/2. The favorite, the 4 Yahoo Omar, being led out by Fadilez Pressois, weighing 71 1/2, running for Raider Racing, owned by Kibo Bob Litke and Norm Raider, and trained by Young Raider. Being led out by Gene Philemon is the 5 KB's Retooled, running for Keystone Racing, owned by Brian Lewis, trained by Lazaro Mendez, 65 pounds. Being led out by Blake Shell is the 6 Yahoo Maddox. He runs for Raider Racing on Robert Litke and Norm Raider, trained by Young Raider, weighing 76 pounds. Being led out by Lewis Justinville is WTD Maribel. She runs for William T. Davidson, owned by Daddy Bill Davidson, trained by Carolyn Armstrong, weighing 62 pounds. And being led out by Terrence Smith, and rounding out the field is the 8 Nitro Purdy Lady, running for Raider Racing, owned by Alan Piper and trained by Young Raider, 56 pounds. Those are your entries and weights on the 12th. It's the final of the $20,000 Dick Andrews Futurity Lady. The lure is now in motion, and here comes Rusty. They're off with the Dick Andrews Futurity. That's O.J. Kellen breaking out on top. 3-1 to 6-4, 2-7, 8-5. Round that first turn they go. It is the 3. O.J. Kellen with the lead. Here comes the 6, Yahoo Maddox. There's Omar, the 4. Back to the 8, 7, 1, 2, and 5. As they head into that final turn, it's 3 and 6 going head-to-head. Kellen and Maddox. Here comes the 4, Omar, to join the party as they round the turn and head for the wire. 3, 6, and 4 go to the line. Yahoo Omar time. At 28.80, one down the try 4.36, returns of 52.10. Superfecta first and to the track. As for the big award presentation, folks, I don't believe it's ever been done in Kennel Club history. If any man could do it, it is Norm Raider, winning 4 consecutive Dick Andrews Futurity Championships. What a huge feat for Norm Raider, his lovely wife Young, and all the connections from the Raider Racing Kennel. Today's big win, very exciting fashion of the Dick Andrews Futurity, was the 4 Yahoo Omar. Congratulations going out to Kibo Bob Litke, Norm Raider, Young Raider, and all the connections from the Raider Racing Kennel and making the award presentation. We're so grateful every year she comes back to present the award, the lovely Miss Barbara Andrews. And of course, Racing Secretary Rob Edelson's out there making the award presentation. the fourth time in a row, the $20,000 Dick Andrews Futurity champ runs for the Raider Racing Kennel, and this time it's the great Yahoo Omar.